commitment, self-discipline. What's the connection? I tell you, commitment is the of self-discipline. More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 174. Cha-ching. Yeah. Well, what's the connection between commitment and self-discipline? Maybe you already know because you saw the self-discipline series. And if you didn't, you can check the link above, below, or wherever it might be. But back to this episode, what is the connection between commitment, yes, and self-discipline? Do you have any idea? Well, the connection is simple. Commitment is the second level of self-discipline. Yes, the second level of self-discipline. But in order to understand that, let's go back and restate the definition of self-discipline as we stated in the self-discipline series. Do you remember? Self-discipline, as we defined it, was choosing between what you may want right now to what you want the most. Yes, making this decision. You see, the things that we may want right now can be maybe this morning, me hitting the snooze button instead of waking up in the morning 4:30 a.m. like I do every day. It was tempting. It might was the thing I wanted to do at the moment, but it wasn't the thing I want to do the most, which is being with you here every day. This is self-discipline, being able and making the decision to go after what you want the most instead of what you may want right now, which again can be that extra slice of cake, that extra cookie, all these desires that we have in our lives that we are tempted to go after them, not using our self-discipline. Well, this is self-discipline. So what's the second level of self-discipline? As we define today, commitment. Commitment as the second level of self-discipline. Well, think about that ability to make the decision, going after what you want the most. And by the way, when we say what we want the most, it reminds us that this is still the priority series. Yes, it is all about the what. What do we want? What do we want the most? And also, what do we want more than other things? And today's episode is still about commitment. My second moving towards value. My second moving towards priority. Well, again, let's go back again. What is the second level of self-discipline? I see commitment as the second level of self-discipline. But what do I mean by that? Self-discipline was making the decision to go after what you want the most instead of what you may want right now. The second level is being committed, being consistent with this decision, not just doing it once in a while, doing it every day. For example, waking up in the morning every day. Every day, this is the game of consistency. That's the second level of self-discipline. Applying the self-discipline, but every day, being committed, being consistent. That's the second level of self-discipline, which is commitment. And this is also the connection. The very deep connection between commitment and self-discipline. Next episode, we'll dive in even deeper into that powerful connection that might also get us more power in pursuing and following through towards what we really want, what we want the most. Yeah. So, back to you. Yes, back to you. I want you to do a game of self-reflection. I want you to think about something in the past, 5, 10 years ago, even more, that you were committed to. Now, the second level of self-discipline, you were committed to, meaning you were consistent with it. Let's say at least a few months. Now go to the past and think about one thing that you were committed to for at least a few months. Maybe it was your training regimen, your training routine, you taking care of your health. Maybe it was you taking care of a relationship you were in, something with your family. You were committed to helping a friend when they were in a state of needing you. Anything. And when I say committed, focus on the times that you didn't feel like it, but you were still there because you were committed. So do this exercise today. Go back into the past and remember a time. Remind yourself of a time you were committed for at least a few months for a certain thing, and you followed through, even though you didn't feel like it. Put yourself in that state and ask yourself, how does it feel? That sense of commitment, being committed to a certain thing, a goal, or anything else that is very important to you. Do this exercise today. And of course, have an amazing, yeah, day 1. See you tomorrow.